Hello again. I know I've been doing like back-to-back videos about my questions, but these are questions that I have, and I'm sure they're also questions that you have. So I'm going to keep doing this. I think I found my little niche. I can ask some good questions. So, if anybody happens to know Mr. Trump, President Trump, and you stumble across my page, please, by all means, please send him the past few videos that I've done asking, you'll see it, a question for Donald Trump. The one about Kamala Harris is pretty funny. I think Trump would get a kick out of that. But, so I'm just going to be doing some random, Mr. Trump, what would you do? Mr. Trump, what are you going to do questions? Because right now it's just like anything to show that Kamala Harris isn't answering a question is going to be a win for you and a win for us, because I can't handle another fucking 4 years of this, Mr. President. I can't do another 4 years. I've been self-employed for the past 18 years, and I've scraped, and I've had a hard time here and there, and I moved to Florida, and I established myself in the beautiful city of Sarasota, Florida. And most of us here in Florida are rooting for you. Now, we do have some fucking wackos and some fucking idiots here in the city here. And, unfortunately, I actually have a really good friend. I'm not going to say his name because that's just not right. I have a really good friend who still is just completely TDS suffered. Like most people who have TDS, they would vote for a turd on a podium before they ever voted for Trump, because that's just what they've been told to do. So I'm not going to ask any questions in this video, by the way. This is just me kind of explaining what I'm fixing to do. So expect just a lot of videos coming out the next few days, guys. Whenever I get bored or whenever I have some downtime, I'm going to get up and answer some questions. And I'm going to do just a bunch of back-to-backs here in a minute. So, and they're going to be questions that I'm sure that a lot of people that I know are asking, and yourself probably as well. So remember, guys, if we fucking let Harris somehow stay in power, we're fucked. I mean, beyond fucked. Just look at the woman. Need I say more? Look at the people that still support her. And that the one thing they all have in common is they can't answer any question about what she's doing or what Biden is doing, because they haven't done anything except for fuck us all. And it's really boiling down to this, people. Like, it's gotten to the point now where if these people still remain in power, we're not going to last another year. It's just insane. And also, do keep in mind that the left has already promised that they're not going to do a peaceful transition of power. So, from what I see, and I just got done driving across the country, all right? Like, if you go back and look at some of my videos this year, I've been in Montana, Wyoming, Idaho, Washington State, Oregon, both shitholes, by the way, except for Washougal, which, and Vancouver, which wasn't so bad. It had a little bit of shit going on, but those are predominantly Republican areas. Washougal didn't allow that fucking tent camping on the sidewalk, shooting up all over the fucking shit. They took your ass to fucking jail there. Washougal, Washington's actually was a really, really nice place. And even so there, I talked to a lot of people, and there's just one lady, she was like 84. I'm not going to vote for Trump. Blah, 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 blah. And I said, well, like, why? She looks at me and goes, because I'm 80. I don't give a fuck. And I was like, yeah, it makes sense. You're probably going to be dead soon. And I said, do you have any grandkids or anything? Nope, it's just me. That's why you're voting for Trump, because you really don't give a fuck about what happens to the rest of us after your fucking dumb old ass kicks the bucket, right? God, I feel bad if you did have grandkids. But anyways, so other than just the for every 100 people I meet that were like, I'm not voting for fucking Harris, dude, I meet one person that is. And then for every one person I meet that says I'm voting for Harris, I meet 5 that are like, well, I'm not voting for Trump, and I'm not voting for Harris. I'm going to cast my vote independent. That way neither one of them gets it. And you know what, dude? I fucking respect that to the max. You know what I mean? At least you're open-minded enough to make your own decisions based on something and not being told what to do. And I'm not being told to vote for Trump. I'm voting for Trump. I voted for Trump, by the way. I already cast my vote. Vote, baby, vote. I'm voting for Donald Trump because under Donald Trump, I'm going to give you a short list, all right? Under Donald Trump, I had a really nice boat that I bought with money from selling my gems. If you're subscribed to my page, I'm one of those rock people. I travel around the country and I grab rocks and, I sell them, and then I buy land and boats and flip those and make extra money. That's how I do it. And I've been doing great. And under Donald Trump's presidency right here in Sarasota, I could go out at any given time during pretty much up to the end of tourist season, which is like just after July 4th, right? So July 4th, right to just before Thanksgiving, it's a dead time. But even during that dead time, under Donald Trump, I could go out and set up my table. And at the end of the day, I knew that I would at least have $100 in my pocket, and usually ended up with more. During tourist season and weekends, when Donald Trump was president, I was making $1,000 a fucking weekend, man. I mean, don't get me wrong, I bought stupid shit, but I also ate well. I didn't drink a bunch of fucking Monsters and sugars. I was drinking these things a lot more than I am anything else, but these are expensive. You know, and I'm real picky about my fucking water. I won't drink city water. I won't drink tap water. That fluoride and all the other crap in it, dude, is probably part of the reason we're fucking where we're at today. So I only drink filtered water. I only give my Gwen, my dog, filtered water. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if it's city water, that's fine. But if it goes through those machines, it comes out, it's good. I have a tester. And yeah, so, but, I mean, not that I don't enjoy fucking Monsters. Because you know I do. But my eating habits have gone to shit in the past 3 years. I went from, you know, having my own, I still have my own stove, but it's cheaper to go to fucking McDonald's and get a $5 meal and fill up on it twice a day than it is for me to go to the grocery store at this point. Because I go to the grocery store, I $60 fucking dollars later, I come out with a day's worth of food. Might be able to fucking make some shit tomorrow. You know, gallon of milk, block of cheese, fucking bacon, sausage, eggs. That's $60 fucking dollars, damn near. I mean, I'll go and do the math next time. I can't afford that. I can't afford it, neither can you. And I know most of you can't. So my eating habits have gone to shit because of this administration. We have no choice but to vote for Donald Trump, people. It's so obvious. I mean, we're on the fucking fringe of nuclear war with the three most powerful countries in the world. We have this crazy fucking woman that won't answer any questions. We don't know what her policy is. We don't know where she stands. We don't know what she's thinking. All she does is fucking drone on. I mean, I talk a lot, but at least I got something to fucking say, right? Drones on. I'm worried. I mean, and you should be too. You should be fucking worried too. From what I'm understanding too, I've been hearing reports here and there about people's fucking, they're going in there and they're pressing Trump on those voting machines and it's literally changing their vote to Kamala Harris. That's the kind of shit that we need to fucking watch out for because they're already starting to try to steal it. You know, there's no way these people can win. There's just no way that they could fucking win. I don't know how. There's not that many people out there. Half of the country can't be retarded. A quarter? Yes. I've always said 1 in 4 fucking humans in America are fucking idiots if they're Americans. And I'm sorry, if you're watching my channel, I mean, fuck, for all I know, I could be one of those 4. But I don't think I am. I have common sense. You know, I know what to do. I know what not to do. And I can open my eyes up and go, I'm paying fucking 3 times more for gas and groceries than I was under Donald Trump. There's 3 times more conflict than there was under Donald Trump. We've got 100 times more illegal immigrants invading our fucking nation now than we had under Donald Trump. And that doesn't take a rocket fucking scientist. That's common fucking sense. And you know, now there's this whole thing about Trump wanting Hitler-style generals. You know, it's un-American of me to say what I'm about to say. And I really don't truly wish it. Okay, so just put that on the table there. Part of me almost wishes that he would fucking come in, become supreme leader for 1 year, and just all the fucking people that have fucked our country up, man. All the teachers that have shown the little kids fucking pervy ass shit, dude. All the people that have fucking rioted in the streets. All the criminals. All the fucking illegal immigrants that have killed Americans. Raped Americans. The rest of them. We need to start making some laws. We need to start making some laws. And one of the ones, I had made a video and I had mistakenly said Venezuela, and I had meant El Salvador. El Salvador, from what I understand, is actually doing pretty good nowadays. You don't see that many El Salvadorans in this country. You see a lot of Venezuelans, a lot of Haitians, a lot of Africans, but not that many freaking El Salvadorians. And why? That's because in El Salvador, if you have a gang tattoo, they don't care if you're if you're not affiliated anymore, unless you've like denounced it publicly. And I do believe they actually give you that chance to go out there, which is putting your fucking ass on the line, I guess. But at this point, better than fucking life in that fucking prison that they have, man. So they just went through and all the known active gang members just arrested them and put them in prison. And I think that we should do the same. Do I think is that unconstitutional? No, I don't. Because they are doing stuff. We all know what gangs do. We all know what gangs are for and what they do these days, okay? So it's criminal activity regardless. You know, it's like, it's not the gang of you and your buddies. They used to go, you know, and fucking Hank Hill it, you know, over at the, couple cuties. Oh, they're from Moat Marine. Yeah, couple cuties on a boat. You know, Hank Hill, and that's not a gang. Those are just people hanging out. But I mean, and it doesn't matter if you're white, black, Mexican, Chinese, whatever, dude. If you are a documented active gang member, I think that they should just come arrest you and take you to fucking prison, because we already know what you're doing. If you're a wannabe gang member, after all the regular gang members have been taken off the street and put in prison, if you're out there wannabe thugging, dude, well, they should pick you up and bring you in and interrogate the fuck out of you, and then put you in a wannabe fucking gangster prison for a little while until you fucking publicly renounce your gang and fucking then let you go back out on the street. However, I think that if you fucking commit a crime with a firearm, or if you commit a crime with a knife or a bat or a fucking truck or whatever, that you should be instantly put away in federal prison for a mandatory minimum of 10 years. You know what I'm saying? If you victimize another motherfucker. So that's my opinion. I know some people say that that's unconstitutional. Well, here's the thing. This country guarantees life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That is the thing, is we are all born equal, right? We're all equals in the eyes of the government, of ourselves here in this country, or at least that's how it's supposed to be. I don't feel very equal when Democrats and rhino Republicans are passing fucking laws, making it harder for me to defend myself, while I know, and you know, that the thugs and criminals are out there fucking with everything in the book. You know, I mean, they got fully automatic weapons. You know, I mean, what am I you know, I mean, don't get me wrong. Love my Glock. Oh yeah, by the way, I built a new handgun. I do like my Bernardelli 40 cal, but you know, 40 cal, it's pretty, I don't know, it wasn't the most accurate pistol that I've ever owned, and it wasn't the most, I did like my Bernardelli, but I like my Geissler 19X. Chambered in 9mm, double stacked magazine, 17 in the tube. Or 17 in the mag, 1 in the tube. Gotta love it, although I don't have one in the tube now. But, yep. This thing is badass. It's fucking accurate as fuck, and you're like, where's your front sight? I don't need a front sight. I know my firearms. I don't need a front sight. I have the back too, so I know where I'm level at. Other than that, front sight gets snagged on my holster if I'm trying to quick draw. And I know where it's at. I know my pistol, so I don't need a front sight. You know, it's kind of like the cowboys back in the day. You know, they filed down their front sights because it would snag on their holster. See, remember, your pistol is an extension of your arm. It's an extension of you. Do you need to look at your arm to know where you're pointing? Anyway, I digress. People, it's down to that, man. We really, really, really need to pay attention. Like, I never really thought that I would see this in my country, in our country. I mean, how many of you out there thought that in your lifetime you would see this shit? I mean, we read about it growing up. We read about it in the Soviet Union. We read about it in fucking Nazi Germany. We read about Pol Pot. We read about North Vietnam and communism. We read about Cuba and the revolution and La Libertad. Africa. Just about every country in Africa in my lifetime has had a coup. I never thought I would see a fucking coup in the United States of America, or that it would get so far, because that's what it is. It's totally a coup. And I think that's why they allowed all these illegal immigrants in, because they know that, you know, those people they're not vetted. There's a bunch of criminals there, and God knows how many fucking terrorists have crossed the border, you know. I'm just going to say on election day, people, the day that they announce who it is, regardless of who wins, you be fucking prepared. You be prepared, because I think that there's going to be attacks all over the country in large venues, large spots. Stay away from them, even if, especially if Trump wins, which I think he will. If they don't cheat and fucking steal, Trump will win. You know, they're gonna target Trump rallies. They're gonna target Trump fucking venues. They're gonna target. It's gonna be mainly the targeting of conservatives, because what they want us to do is they want us to fucking pick up arms and fight back. And then when they do that, the country's in chaos. They can declare martial law. These motherfuckers will stay in, and then they'll come and fucking come get us and put us in camps. Meanwhile, the fucking boy fuckers and the fucking man ladies out there are gonna still be doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? So like they're literally trying to turn this country into just one big vagina, and we can't let it happen. I mean, the things I saw when I was out on the West Coast, especially in Portland, never seen so many fucking man buns in one place in my life. Like, and it was really weird. Like, don't get me wrong, as soon as I found out they were dudes, I was like, ugh. But from behind, a lot of those fucking dudes in Portland look like chicks. They got fucking hips and ass. I hate to say it. I know it sounds fucking weird. And it is weird that a guy would have the fucking ass of a woman. But most of those man bun motherfuckers, I thought they were just chicks. When I first saw them, if I didn't see their face, I saw their bun from the back. I thought they were just like kind of a, you know, dykey lesbian type chick, dude. And they would turn around, it's a fucking dude. And I'm like, holy shit. And it was just man buns, thugs, junkies, tweakers, and a random handful of tourists that are brave enough to fucking go downtown Portland. That was Portland when I was, and I was just there a couple months ago. Seattle was a fucking war zone, by the way. I drove through Aurora. Saw all the hookers, saw all the thugs, saw burnt out cars, saw a bunch of fucking closed down businesses, you know. Gwen, come here. And she's stalking a big old fucking spoonbill crane or stork or something over there. I can hear it yakking. Gwen, come here, mama. Leave those big birds alone. You leave those big birds alone. Yeah. Yeah, leave those big birds alone. So, anyway, sorry, I'm getting off topic. We got to do something, people. We got to stick together. We got to band together. We got to make sure that we go to these Trump rallies, or not rallies, but we got to make sure we get out and vote and support President Trump. And what I was saying about the Trump rallies was be very careful if you go into any kind of big areas after the elections. Those are going to be prime targets for fucking people who are wanting to create a stink. Remember, there's people that fucking hate this country within this own country. They hate it. And why do they hate it? Because they've just been coddled and fucking pacified all their fucking lives. They have no idea what the fucking rest of the world's like. So they hate this country. You know, all those people that are fucking burning the American flag and fucking supporting Hamas and shit like that. Those are the people that are going to be coming to the fucking Trump rallies and the Trump, you know, the big Trump gathering spots where voters are going to go to party. So if you go into the bar after the fucking elections, be careful. If you're going out to barbecue with your friends in the park after the elections, be fucking careful. Pack your shit, pack your heat, dude, and be aware of every fucking buddy. I have a bad feeling about what's going to happen, regardless, especially if Trump is fucking elected. You know, especially if Trump wins, the left is going to fucking beyond meltdown. They're going to fucking go nuclear. And there are people on the left, as much as we don't want to say it, as much as we don't want to accept that people like that could be lefties, there are plenty of them that are ex-military, ex-soldiers, ex-special forces, pilots, ex-military of all type, ex-law enforcement, present military, present special. There are those people on the left. Not as many as there are conservatives. I mean, I'd be willing to bet that. But the only thing we got going for us is they've deregulated the firearms in their states so much that in like Florida, you know, we can have ARs and AKs and all of our fucking shit here. Well, most of all of our shit here. So like, you know, we'll definitely be better armed up than most of them. Unfortunately, Democrats are also not law abiding. They're, you know, rules for thee, but not for me. So how many of those people are like, well, I'm not, you know, I'm a Democrat, but I don't agree with what the Democrats are doing with my guns, just like us. And they fucking hid away their fucking decent shit. So there are, that factor does exist. I still think there are far more conservatives and Republican types and people like me, because I'm not conservative or I mean, I'm registered Republican, but I'm not a Republican. I don't make enough money. I mean, that's a legit. I don't make enough money to be a Republican, but I am not going to vote for the Democrats. I am not going to ever be part of the Democratic Party until they go back to the way that was. It's almost like they flippity flopped, isn't it? I mean, not really, but they did. Like, I don't know. It's just, I can't make sense of half of the shit. You know what I mean? Like, it blows me away. So anyways, I'm rambling now. You guys take care of yourselves out there. And like I said, on the day that they're going to announce who wins, you just be real fucking careful, man. But, you know, it'd be better off to stay in your home with your family on guard. Don't let your kids go to fucking school. Don't let your kids go out to play in the streets, dude, because, I mean, I wouldn't put it past some of these fucking lefty loonies to fucking run kids over in the streets on bikes because they're in a fucking Republican neighborhood. Serious, man. And if Kamala Harris Kamala Harris steals it, because we already know she ain't gonna fucking win, but if she steals it, then we need to fucking lower ourselves down to the level of those Democrats and actually fucking do something. It's in the Constitution. It's our responsibility as the people to keep the government in check. And if the government's doing this, dude, we don't need no fucking Hitler here. We don't need no Stalin. We don't need no Pol Pot. We don't need no communism here. It's up to us. If we all stand up, quit our fucking jobs, not quit, but just go. If we all stand up and march on the fucking White House, on DC, they can't kill us all, can they? And we could physically remove the fucking traitors to the country, if it comes to that, and I'm speaking in pure hypotheticals, then the traitors of the country can be removed. We can have elections again and actually move forth. But because, I mean, I know there's government people watching this, and you guys, I'm already on your list, I'm sure. And I'm not advocating walking in and trying to take the president up, da-da-da-da-da. What I'm advocating is you guys need to get off your fucking asses, realize what you're being part of, and realize that you're expendable as a motherfucker, and fucking make the right choices if these people so choose to, again, steal and meddle with the elections. We've already seen it. There's already the machines are fucking up. And there's fucking like Newsom bans fucking voter ID in his state. Why? So illegals could vote so they can get more electoral votes. Come on, the gig is up. The jig is up and he's gone. History of the World, remember? One of my favorite parts of the movie where he's acting like a eunuch and they bring that chick in, Calderia, to do the dance of seduction. And she's dancing and fucking... He's a eunuch. Roman soldiers. He is a eunuch. He is dead. The jig is up and he's gone. Anyway, I love you guys out there. Stay safe, my people. Please stay safe, and got to have a little humor or it gets too crazy, right? Just watch yourselves and your families on the election day, man. Just watch yourself and your families. If you're a praying person, pray. I'm not. I don't. That's why I'm not conservative or Republican, really, is because I don't believe in God. I don't believe in Jesus. I'm not fucking atheist or any of that shit. I'm just here. I ain't worried about the afterlife. I'm worried about this life. And any good God would know that, you know, if a man leads an honest, decent life, he should be allowed into, I guess, what you would call the kingdom of heaven. So I know the rules. You got to do all that stuff. And I don't want to get into religion. It's a whole new topic. Whole different fucking steez. It's just a personal choice that I have, and I respect everybody else's religion, even including the Muslims. You know, I personally think, knowing history, knowing what came before Christianity and Judaism, and well, Judaism is one of the oldest ones, but it's definitely not the oldest one. If you go back and research how many thousands of gods mankind has worshipped before the God of Abraham popped up, which is Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, they just don't fucking realize it. You'll realize that it's just another fad. It's just another group of gods that human beings made up, you know, fucking just like the Vikings. They were into, you know, all the Viking gods, and then you had the Greek gods, and then you had the fucking Egyptian gods, and then you had the South American gods, and every tribe on the planet had their own gods. So I just don't go for a singular entity, a sky daddy, if you would. But I don't judge you for believing in God, you know. And I encourage people to pray, and I'll join people in prayer, you know. And I'm sincere about it, you know what I mean? Like, to me, it's just energy going up into the fucking universe, you know. It's manifestation. If you put it out there, and you really, really, really want it, man, you put that energy out there, like you really fucking want it, man. That's God, if you would. That's success, you know. That's going to be that's how people get their shit going on is, they attribute it to some supernatural experience, but what they're really doing is they're just putting their energy into it, man, their heart, soul. And when a human being does that, man, we become freaking wizards. Fucking wizards, man. Anyways, speaking of wizards, I want to get stoned, and I want to watch some Hogan's Heroes. Fucking love that show. And I keep meaning to check if Bob Crane is gay. I've heard rumored that Bob Crane was gay. I don't think so. And I'd give my left part of my sack to kiss on half of the freaking chicks that he kissed on that show, man. Especially Fraulein Helga, Klink's secretary. Dude, she is a fucking cutie. She's like the fucking perfect image of the whole St. Pauli girl, right? The little blonde fucking two things going down. Jawohl, mein Jura. Jawohl, Connor Klink. Jawohl, Connor Hogan. I mean, she's cute as fuck. And then, of course, Hogan, darling, the Russian. And with the small Von LeBeau. Yeah, I'm rambling on now, guys. Enjoy your fucking day. You guys be well out there. Be good to each other, man, because we got to stick together. Be good to each other. And, after all this is fucking said and done with, maybe we can all go back to fucking having a normal country. But the only way that's going to happen is if Trump gets in office, let the fucking snowflakes and all those fucking idiots fucking do their thing. And after 2 years, when he isn't a dictator and we're not in fucking Nazi Germany with jackboots, they're all going to fucking realize that they were all lied to. And half of them are going to fucking be like, oh, okay, all right, whatever. Go on with their life. And only a very small percentage of the same people are still going to be doing the same shit. So 4 more years of Trump, got a half a chance. At least in 4 more years, I can fucking save up to get a nice enough boat to get the fuck out if someone like Harris or Biden runs again. You know what I mean? Anyway, I love you all. Take care of each other. Look out for each other. And God, for sakes, watch out for the stupid people.